A long time ago, a man once picked up a controller, but now he's streaming live on Let Me Introduce You To.
We dig in our mind the whole day through. So, oh, speaking of, here's the boss. That was the, oh! Yes! No! Shit! Ah!
Yeah, Discord, you're right. I just like playing with people's balls. Oh, this is great.
The bollocks. Oh, well, I've wasted that then.
Good evening, ladies and gents. How you doing? How's it going? Lovely to see you. A up Buttercup, says Soph. All right, Soph. How you all are you? Hello, Jesse. How are you? Good to see you. Hello, Danka, who's watching. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Come and say hi. Lovely to see you. We're doing a very special show tonight because we are talking all things WASD. Howdy, Kylie. How you doing? There you go. Catherine, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. We're doing a special show tonight. It's not a community games night. As some of you may know, and I was banging on about for months, I went to WASD last week, which, for those who don't know, is the independent gaming show. And as they advertised it, the best London gaming show in London, which I thought was hilarious. They kept saying that. That was their tagline on their things. And it's my second time that I've gone. What? No way. Yes, no way. I went to WASD. Did I not mention it before? And it's a superb event. It's the second time I've been. Or as now, as we say, WASD up the room. Or WASD up the room. Evening, Amy. How are you doing? Yes, WASD up the room. But yeah, you can call it WASD, WASD, WASD. There's loads of ways to say it. And I had a lot of fun at the event, 3-day event in London. So tonight is all dedicated to everything WASD or WASD. So we're going to show you some of the bits and pieces and the freebies we managed to get. We're going to play a video that is now live on YouTube. So it went live a couple of hours ago, but you get to see what happened over the 3 days. We're going to look at more in depth of some of the trailers for said games that feature in that video. I've also got a very special Ubisoft video to play. Ubisoft weren't at that show, but they've sent something to coincide with this show. So we're going to play that and have a deep dive at a new game that comes out later this month. And we've got some prizes to give away. We have got games that were given to us at WASD to give away. And we have got games that were given to us by the organisers of WASD. And those games might not have necessarily been there, but the publishers or devs were there, and therefore they wanted to give us some games. So I will tell you what those games are very soon. Fearless, hello. How are you? Good evening. Sega Guru, hello. How are you, good sir? I hope you're feeling better, because I know you weren't feeling well, you said to me yesterday when you sent me a message. iQuail, good evening. What colour, Mr. Guru, would you like? And iQuail, you have a choice of Coke, Vimto, Iron Brew, Dr. Pepper, Fanta, or a random beer. Let me know. I'm doing very well, Fearless. It's the first day that I've not felt like I'm dying live on stream.
Dobby has no master. Dobby is a free elf.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing, Jesse. Red. All right. Okay. Red it is. Rio. I ain't got any of that Rio stuff. Runs away from Amy. Oh, God, I've got to redeem that as well. Okay. So let's do that. No, that's great. There we go. Red it is. Red for the blood of my enemies who shout, Sega! Fucking hell. Thank you. Slayed it. Thanks, Amy. Sophie wants me to get Rio drink. Fuck my life. That was dedicated to you, my friend. Oh, I couldn't have sang that more beautifully if I... No, I could have. I could have sang that more beautifully. I just, yeah. Heads Iron Brew or tails random beer. All right, then. Oh, flick a coin. iQuail. Alex, or as we know as in, Zigga Zaga. Slay, Jesse. Right, here's a coin. Here's a £2 coin. Really pushing the boat out. So what you said, heads Iron Brew, tails random beer. All right. It's tails, so it's a random beer. I will get a random beer out the fridge a little bit later on. Thank you very much, iQuail. That's it. Slaying the beer. Look at Mag with cash. I know. It's a rarity. There's at least, what, £2.47 in that wallet. And nothing else. Little Sam, hello, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Mag has money. Yeah, who knew? It happens from on the odd occasion. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen on the odd occasion. Let's go through some goodies that we've got. Mag opened a wallet. Yeah, that also is a slay. Yes, thank you. So that's a rarity these days, opening a wallet. So let's have a look now. Obviously, some of you know that I had to get the wonderful lamb from Cult of the Lamb. These plushies, which are absolutely wonderful. Obviously, Devolver Digital had their own store with T-shirts and vinyls and stuff, and I had to get it. Because that was fantastic. And the little bell rings as well. And not that I'm going to show you the code. Someone will zoom in. But there's a code for Cult of the Lamb included. Go on, Mag, get it out. Top of the evening. Hello, Legacy. How are you? Love that lamb. It's great, isn't it? I would call him Larry Lamb after the actor. I might just do that. But yeah, code for the game. Well, not the game, but an in-game thing. So anyone who's got them. I know that Alex, Sega Guru got one. Amy's got one. So you got these codes if you didn't realise. I only noticed this today because I only opened it out of the bag. We want to see the lamb before you make it all crusty. Dirty bastard. All right. Let's lift the lamb. It's got the little Devolver tag. The little bell. There you go. This is where you need Becca. Because Becca would be like, oh, it's a teddy. Shake it. Can you hear that? Slay. That's Larry. It's official. We're calling him Larry. In fact, if I just do that, you don't have to see my face again. I'll just do streams like this from now on. Be so much better. Hi, I'm Mag. How's it going? It's a teddy. Fuck off, is it a teddy? It's a plushie. I knew you, if Becca ain't here, I knew you'd bring that up, little son. You're crazy. You're crazy, it's a plushie. But there you go. If I said it before, I'll say it again. Nice bell. That's a bell end, right? Scott, it's a plushie. Leave Mags alone. Thank you, Fearless. Hello, Dan. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Slayed it with that joke. There you go. But yeah, so we got that. Pete from Rapid Reviews bought me a Cult of the Lamb beer glass, which hopefully if the camera focuses. There you go. How cool is that? So a big thank you to Pete. I don't think he's in chat tonight. But how cool is that? So he bought me that. You have 3 of them. Bloody hell. Were you knocking back the pints on the Saturday, Amy? Fuck it, I'll have a drink. Obviously, a couple of things. Wouldn't have been a WASD without having your very own creator lanyard. Just About were one of the main sponsors. And then, obviously, 4th Floor were the sponsor for the actual creator lounge, as it were. So that was nice. And then you'll see it a bit later on. I don't think it matches. It should, if that was orange, that should have been orange, or if that's dark red, that should have been red. But it didn't. It didn't match up. So that's not a slay. I bought one of those. Haven't seen it since Saturday. Oh bloody hell, Dan! Where did you put it? And then you'll see a bit later. The guys from Alien Hominid were at the show, and they were giving away some really cool lanyards, which were purple and yellow, which says the Behemoth on. And they had these really cool 3D cards. But there's something else on the cards, which we will reveal later. So we got a couple of them. And then we went to... I'm going to open this and open this now. We got invited to the launch of, on the Friday night, if I can open it, launch of Wired Productions game Arcade Paradise VR. Obviously, Arcade Paradise has been out a while, but they brought out the VR. So everyone got a free pint of, bottle of beer. And then everyone got a free t-shirt. And I haven't opened mine yet, so I thought I'd open it on stream. And I'm going to wear this next week on stream. I fucking love indie games. Or, as I should do it, if we hold that up. Here we go. I fucking love indie games. It's got a free t-shirt. If you played the actual game, you actually got a mini washing machine with a little arcade machine in it, which was quite cool. So, yeah, got the t-shirt. And thank you again to Wired for that and inviting us to the little party. So all press and creators were invited on that on the Friday night, which was quite cool. And then I've got loads of stickers and God knows what else. So I'm going to show you some of the stickers and stuff we got. Got a whole bundle here. So I've got a Cult of the Lamb badge that I was given, which is cool. Amy Fights Dirty. Did Amy steal it? You didn't steal Dan's glass, did you? Obviously didn't know Kinsey from Trials all the way. Yeah. She was there with the other guy that was doing all the promotion stuff. The back of my head and the amazing t-shirt that Kylie made me features for about 2 seconds in that video, which was really cool. There was an Angerfoot badge. All these games will make sense. Got an Angerfoot badge. There's a Big Fuzzy Yak, which will make more sense in a little bit. Some of these make sense. I've got a little Foxy sticker. There we go. What else we got? We got Pepper Grinder. Pepper Grinder thing. I realised I never put the... never actually did any footage of Pepper Grinder because obviously we'd already covered it on the show. But I might play the trailer again in a bit. There was their charity sticker. Anything World. They had a big globe there last time, but they weren't actually there, but they were just there. Children of the Sun, which we'll talk about in a bit, which we talked about on our TNGC 2 weeks ago. So there was that. And then I've got, because I had a meeting with the Pine Hearts team, I got a very nice Pine Hearts pin badge. And some of you know I already love this game because that was at EGX. And I've met the devs and they asked me to go have an interview with them, which was really cool. And they made a special announcement yesterday, which is really good. I came home and immediately bought Pepper Grinder. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I've got loads of business cards off people. I've got a game that's called Birdie's Island. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play the trailer for that because it's there. Where did you all find this stuff? Where did I find this stuff? It was all on the stands, Amy. And then some of them were given to me when you had the meetings that you had booked in. So like Pine Hearts, you could only get the badge if you booked in and had the meeting and played the demo and stuff. So that's how I got all the free stuff. I got a coaster for Squarelets, which was a mobile game. Also got an alpaca sticker for Squarelets. I got an Arcade Paradise sticker. God knows what I'm going to do with all these. I got Tiny Terry sticker in his taxi, which is going to be amazing. So I got that. I'll show you that in a bit, that game. And then I've got Lost in Cult stickers. I got a load of Lost in Cult stickers that was given to me because Lost in Cult were there. They had a stand there. Ryan from Lost in Cult and some of the other team were there on the day. This was a game that wasn't actually at the show, but the team and the devs were actually at the show. And friends of Misty's, Southfield. So I've got Southfield stickers. So I met the devs from Southfield who were there on the Friday. Pine Heart stickers, which is awesome. And then, personally, my personal favourite, which really confused a lot of people. Oh, I got a Pine Hearts postcard as well. The one that really confused people was, on the first day, I was playing Children of the Sun. And, I've broken it now. Bollocks. Let me fix this. And a few people were confused because you can normally see me walking around with my purple t-shirt on at the show. But I was playing Children of the Sun with the mask on. And people weren't sure whether it was me or not. And I thought it was quite funny. And I'm hoping to get footage from the Gamer Guide where I'm sitting here with this mask on, playing Children of the Sun. And people are looking at me going, what is that absolute f***ing idiot doing? So there you go. That was all the swag that I got, which I was quite happy about. Not bad. Not bad. The badges are really cool. And I got a ton of business cards and stuff and other things. So there you go. That's all the swag. So I guess what we should do is we should probably, I can still tell it's you, 100% pure twat, can tell that. Thank you, Jesse. Slay. I can back that. Thank you, Amy. Slade. From who? Think we have been summoned. Hello, Sawyer. Hello. Jamie got some footage of me. Jamie got some footage of me playing with that mask on. So that, which was quite funny. So I might get it. There you go. Always here for you. Slay. Anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm going to play my video that I made about WASD. And then we'll go more in depth to trailers of all the games that were there with some of the games that I played. And then we're going to do some giveaways as well. We've also got a special Ubisoft thing, which I'll talk about in a bit. I should have a different coloured sword as morale officer. We have got some games to give away. Now, some of them were going to suck without the legend Jamie with me at Gamescom. Mate, yeah, you're soloing it at Gamescom, aren't you? So you're just going to have to see how you go. Different experience. But Jamie did well. Jamie, I can report back. He did a good job, mate, on the 3 days. And then Emily was there on the last day. I didn't get to speak to her, but I did wave at her from afar. But there you go. He did really good. He did really good. And you'll see him in the video in a minute as well, which is quite funny. But we're going to give away some games as well. So you've got to stick around to the end of the stream if you want to win. But I'm going to tell you what the games are. The team from the Behemoth have given me 2 copies of Alien Hominid on PC to give away. 505 Games had some other games there, but we have got a copy of a game that came out last week, Iundan Chronicle 100 Heroes, which we talked about on the show last week. We got a copy on PC for that. As mentioned last night, we have also got a copy of Remnant 2 and the new DLC that we talked about on Tuesday Night Gaming Chat for PC, which is the Kingdom... Blimey, even I've forgotten what it's called, but the Kingdom something DLC. So if you've got the game, you can win the DLC. If you haven't got the game, you get the game and the DLC. And for my friends Rebellion, who weren't at the show, but happy to have something, they are giving me an advanced copy to give away of Zombie Army VR. Now, it hasn't come out yet, but as soon as it does, they're going to give me a copy to give away to whoever wins it tonight. So we are going to give away 2 copies of Alien Hominid, a copy of Iundan Chronicle, which came out last week, a copy of Remnant 2 and the Remnant 2 DLC, which came out last week, and Zombie Army VR, which isn't even out yet. Tunes is just going, ah! Sophie, have you played the DLC? It only came out last week. Did you have you completed the DLC for Remnant 2? Because we literally reviewed it on our talk show last night because it came out last Thursday or Friday. Because if you have, that's impressive. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, you won't need it then. Well done. Well done for doing that. So we'll be giving those games away later. If you want to find out how we're going to be, you can win them, you'll have to stay tuned to the end. But let's kick things off with our video of the show so you can see exactly what happened. Let me bring up, this went live on my YouTube channel just a couple hours ago, so if you haven't already seen it, I'm going to bring it up. I'm just going to mute the sound for a second. Oh, there it is. Well, that loads. This is a 27-minute video. Let me just pause that. There you go. We are going to watch this together. Played it the day come out. Evening, Matt. How you doing? Curious to know how many hands you will get for a VR title. 2. Now, if you want... this is a good point, Danker. I have done a special YouTube-only video about the trailer for Zombie Army VR. And if you want to see it, I will put the link in my Discord because I did a special video for Rebellion this week to talk about the launch of Zombie Army VR and, well, the launch of the trailer. So if you want to see what the game looks like, I can probably show you the video that I've done and play that in a little bit. So let's, without further ado, let's fully screen this and sit back and relax as I basically play the video that's literally launched today for my thoughts on WASD. Can we double it and pass it to the next person if we win? No. But you can win twice, if that makes sense. Because anyone who wants it, I'll stick the names on the board. I'll explain later. So, but if someone wins twice, I'm not going to, like, not let them win, if that makes sense. Depends if you want the game or not. But we ain't rolling games over. Put it that way. We ain't rolling games over. So here we go, folks. Sit back and relax as this is my thoughts on WASD. If anyone's got any questions, I will stop the video as we play it, and then we'll go from there. Enjoy, folks.
Morning everyone, Mag here, and it's about 9:45 in the morning, and it's the first day of WASD. It's Thursday, and I am here. Truman Brewery is behind me. Look at that, there it is. Cut my head off. But yes, Truman Brewery is behind me. There's a queue of people ready to.
Yes, Sophie. I knew you would do this. It better be a proper question, otherwise I'm pressing play. Why'd you pick the hottest mods? Because why wouldn't I?
You get in, and doors open in 15 minutes. Very excited to see what the show has to bring to offer, and looking forward to meeting a lot of people that I'm going to be meeting today. And yes, what a wonderful venue the Truman Brewery is, and it's my second time at WASD. And this was literally the show floor on the first day. Thursday was a sellout. This was amazing to see so many people there at the event. It was busy. It was so crazy. And this was like it for most of the day. So this event was even more popular than the one in September. And oh look, there's Nick from Debug. The first exhibit you saw when you walk in was a 1970s recreated living room. We're celebrating all things Atari with the Atari 2600 and the other Atari computer being relaunched. And there were tons of games that you could sit on the cozy retro sofas and play, such as Missile Command, Berserk, and as you can see here, Robotron. There was other games like Combat and Outlaw, which really brought back memories of my childhood, because this was one of the first consoles that we ever owned, and I thought it was a really nice little touch that Atari did for the show. One of the biggest stands at WASD this year was the Devolver Digital stand, and you were greeted by this little fella. And why does he look familiar? That's because he's from Cult of the Lamb, and they were celebrating the launch of their new DLC, Sins of the Flesh, which had a 10-minute demo that you could play. It's funny because I'd actually forgotten how much fun Cult of the Lamb was, and I've not played it in a while. Obviously I played it when it came out in release, and this gives you more of the same amazing action, combat and strategy that you'd expect from the game, with the quirky characters and monsters, and I just jumped straight back into it. It's like a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and it just felt all familiar. Loved it. As I say, it was only a 10-minute demo, and I look forward to playing more of this, and will hopefully get me back into some more Cult of the Lamb. Now, one of the most anticipated games for me was Angerfoot, and here you have Jamie from the Gamer Guide giving it a little test run. Okay,
That's looks tough. There you go. Mate, I promise that I'll edit this out and make you look really good. Behind you. I want to jump through the window.
Oh. Go on, boot him. Boot him where you can.
Now, this fast-paced action game was very popular at the show. You basically have to get your way through different buildings and rooms by literally kicking everything. You can grab guns, but they have limited ammo, and you can throw the guns at people and stun the bad guys. It's very funny, it's very violent, and the whole thing is about the fact that this guy has had his favourite trainers kidnapped by some dirty cops, and then goes on a rampage. Yes, it's that kind of game, and I can't wait to play it. Here is Jamie with some of his thoughts about playing the game.
Jamie from the Gamer Guide, he's just been playing a bit of Anger Foot. What were your thoughts?
It's good fun. It's good fun. It's fast paced. There's learning curve, and you have to die and learn constantly the level. So yeah, I died a lot.
Is it? Would you say it's more like a puzzle action game than just a straight out action game?
I mean, someone more skilled than me would probably see it as an action game. But yeah, I think you learn where the enemies are because there's quite limited ammo with like each run, and you have to kick people a lot instead, and you die really quickly. So it's something that you have to sort of learn the level through, and they will beat it that way.
Sweet. Cheers, Jamie. Nice one. Thanks.
I love this game so much that we had to get Pete and Kylie to play it from Rapid Reviews, and while they were playing it on the Friday, a certain person appeared.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That was perfect. That's so good.
Released 2 weeks ago, Children of the Sun is a puzzle sniper game that also is on the Devolver stand. I had good fun playing this, figuring out where you've got to go, get the tactical shots, because it's not a case of doing one shot at a time, it's a shot from one person to the next person to the next, so you have to make sure that you've got those clear shots. And the final game on the Devolver stand was this really peculiar game called Cricket Through the Ages. Now, if any of you are sitting there going, "Oh, sport, boring," this is not a sport game. This is like a weird... I don't know what this is, but I enjoyed it, and it's just weird, random games where you can hit each other with bats or golf clubs, or, as you'll see, umbrellas. There's ducks that fly out the sky, and they throw bowling balls at each other, and you are playing against each other, but it's such a bizarre game, but it was very, very funny, and I can't wait to see more of this game. Harvest Hunt was a game that was giving me a few DVD vibes in the terms of you're going around sort of a cornfield, going around collecting things. Now, I got the gist that it was like sort of semi-horror, but also semi-mystery game. There was a talk about this game on the main stage that our friend Daywalker M was demoing the game. I didn't really get to get hands on this, but I am intrigued to find out more because a lot of people were playing this during the show. Another game that was very popular on the show floor for the 3 days was Slope Crashers, a snowboarding racing game that you can play with your friends. But it has elements of like Mario Kart because you can get different power-ups and things to hinder your opponents as you go down those slippery slopes. Yogscast were back for 2024 with a new game that's coming out in August, which is the Holy Gosh Darn. Last year they had their Plate-Up game on display, but this is a game that has some familiar characters from other Yogscast games and looks fairly intriguing, I have to say. A game that I got to play, which was made by just one developer at the show was Birdie Island. I got to play this for a good 10-15 minutes. You basically fly around doing quests, speaking to characters or other birds, and finding about what's going on in the island, how you can help them, whether this be to do with pollution or randomly pooping on farmers' heads. There was quite a lot of fun stuff and Easter eggs to find on this game, and I love the attention to detail and the fact that your bird had a stamina meter, and the fact that it needed to eat and do numerous things. You have to constantly look after it. So yeah, it's kind of a RPG of being a bird in that respect. But yeah, I would look out for this one. This looks really good. But please don't drown the birds. On this stand we had a couple of different games to play. Scold, Zetzillion, Whisper, Mountain, Outbreak and Kriegsfront Tactics. All different types of games, but the one thing that set these slightly different than the others is that you could actually talk to the devs online. So while you were playing the game, you were giving them feedback of what you liked, what you didn't, what worked, what didn't, and basically gave your opinions, which I thought was rather cool. Now, the one game that I spent most of the time on this stand was Whisper Mountain Outbreak. This had top-down Resident Evil vibes. I spent about 15-20 minutes playing this game. You could see that they'd taken certain aspects from certain horror games before, but it made a nice little twist. It reminded me if you mixed Smash TV with Resident Evil. Over on the Playtonic stand, we had 4 games. We had Corporation, The Sorting Process, Little Gator Game, which came out a couple of weeks ago, Elsie, and the Racer Victory Heat Rally. Also, Annie, who was at the debug event, was there, basically running a competition for you to get the fastest lap on said Victory Heat Rally. I spent most of my time playing Elsie, which is a cool, brings back memories of NES games, action game, roguelike, and then obviously here with Victory Heat Rally, reminded me of the good old days of playing Outrun, but this was a great little racing game, loved every minute of it. Now my friends over at P-Cube invited me to play their latest game, Nano Apostle, which is a top-down Souls-like. Basically what we also call is a boss rush, where you basically get new abilities and you face more and more difficult bosses. Learn their tactics, learn their moves, and try not to die.
I'm going to say one thing. There's a funny story. Well, I say it's a funny story. It's a weird story, right? Because obviously I'm a PQ partner, and I've been invited to do a number of things, and they sent me an email saying, please come down to stand, book an appointment, which I think was at like 4 o'clock on the Thursday. And I went to see him, and even before I had my appointment at 4 o'clock, when I walked through the door at 10 a.m, I wanted to have a look around the venue just generally. And as I walked past, the 2 guys from P-Cube went, all right, Mag. Bearing in mind I've never met them before, right? Never met them before in my life. Only spoke to them on emails. And I went, all right, Mag, that is freaky that they knew who I am. And I said, how do you know who I am? And they went, we've watched your streams. And when you, especially you've covered stuff for us for P-Cube, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. When I went to sit down for the meeting at 4 o'clock, one of the guys turned around to me and said, oh, I didn't realise you were the Timeless guy as well. That kind of freaked me out. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Kind of freaked me out that people kind of know who I am. It's weird. It's very weird. But anyway, it was cool. It was cool. Anyway, on with the video.
The thing is, it gives you a bit of insecurity, because when you think you've just figured out that you've killed the boss, it comes back in another way and you have to start again. So expect to die again, and die again. Or in my case, die about 5,000 times before even getting anywhere close to beating the first boss of this game. But it's pretty awesome. and check it out. I'm sure I'll be covering it for a feature P-Cube. Also, a game that was back from EGX, which is now at WASD, was The Wonderful Pine Hearts, and here is Melissa to tell you a little bit more about that.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm the social media community coordinator for Pine Hearts. It's a cozy, wholesome narrative adventure game set in the heart of Scotland, where you play as Pike, returning to reach the summit of the mountain that you used to climb with your dad. And yeah.
There you go. So obviously the first time I got to play this was EGX last October. How's the game progressed since we last saw it?
So since we last saw it, we've managed to add in a lot more of our accessibility features. There's only a couple that are available within the demo so far, but we're hoping to have 10 for launch that will be included in the game. We've also finished adding in all the content. We're just finishing up with polish just now. It's come on a long way, and I'm excited to show everybody just how much work has gone into it. The team's worked so hard, and there's so much love and passion being poured into it.
Have we got a rough release window yet, or?
We don't have an official date. We've said Q2, so sometime very soon. We're going to be coming out.
Brilliant, thank you, Melissa. I look forward to it. Thank you. Cheers. I'm going to say, obviously, as I asked them there, I said, what's the release window? And they said anytime in Q2, which is April, May, June. Yesterday, they announced that it's coming out at the end of this month, end of May. They literally made the announcement, which is really cool. So we might be playing this in June. It comes out right at the end of May. So I really want to stream Pine Hearts, because you'll see when I play you the trailer later. It's just phenomenal. It is. And yes, we won't mention that other event, Sawyer. The event that will not be mentioned.
Now, Starship Troopers Touring Command came out, well, more than a year ago. But it was back at the show because it had a brand new DLC for you to play. If you never got to grips with the game in the first place, they had a little training area where you could try out the game. And then if you were up to the challenge, you could win a t-shirt by playing the brand new Raising Hell DLC. And there are some people taking on that challenge right now. A game that I really enjoyed that I played on the Friday morning was Odinfall from Fireshine Games. This is a runaround shooter, collect the different guns, sort of roguelike dungeon crawler, but obviously you're not in dungeons. Gave me Enter the Gungeon vibes, because you're constantly swapping out weapons, finding the best things to do, tackling different enemies, and just basically it's a bullet hell game as well, because there's elements where it just goes absolutely crazy. But look out for this one. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Another game that was hugely popular was Outrage Fight Fest. Basically a 4 versus brawler, an absolute chaos game. It gives me vibes of Gang Beasts and Party Animals, where you're going around just trashing things and trashing people and fighting against each other in crazy scenarios. For people who wanted something with a bit more strategy and a bit less action, there was the wonderful Bootleg Streamer, where you are quested on bootlegging lots of different items around different islands and making sure that you don't get caught and making sure that your deliveries get there on time. It's a great little strategy game which you should check out. Besides the main room, there was another room that was full of games. This had the official London selection for the London Games Festival. Loads of games on the Steam Deck that you can play. And there were universities showing off some of their games that they're releasing, such as Wrexham University. But there was a whole heap of selection. They had them on the Steam Deck for all different games that you might not have heard yet, or you might have actually played. As well as that, there was the Curios section, which has the one dev teams. People like the wonderful Alistair, who you just saw there, who makes Bib Goes Home, showing off his wonderful games, and other devs as well. Plus a few extra games that were in this hall that are worth a mention, such as Die by the Blade, which literally comes out in May, and The House of Tesla. They are both worth checking out. As well as meeting lots of game devs, you always bump into some of your favourite content creators and podcasters. Here I am recording the second day of the Rapid Reviews podcast with Kylie and Pete, along with Ollie and Tim from Retro Gaming Revival. We spent 3 days recording our thoughts on what games we loved for the Rapid Reviews podcast, which you can check out now. I also got to meet the wonderful Sarah, also known as Big Fuzzy Yak, a wonderful content creator who I met on the Thursday and saw every day during WASD. And here's us taking a selfie with our other mate. Yes, it's Miss Antics, or as we call her, Misty, shrouded in mystery with her mask on. But yeah, it was great to see Misty on the Friday and Saturday as well. So, some other content creators that I didn't realise were going to the event were the wonderful Kim Justice and our friend DJ Slope. Now, I have to do a big shout out to Slope here because he basically did a ton of filming on the first day, on the Thursday, and then went back home that night. And by the time the show had opened on the second day, his YouTube video about the show was already live. Now, that's dedication for you. So, absolutely fantastic video. Go check it out. Also, Mr. Dan from Debug was there, and they were doing numerous interviews with the devs and people, and basically broadcasting that the new issue of Debug is out now. Go get it, folks. Also, another magazine that I'm a big fan of is the Gamer Guide. And as you saw earlier, Jamie was there for the 3 days. And I want to say a big thank you to Jamie for interviewing me for some little snippets that you will no doubt see on Insta and TikTok over the next couple of weeks. So go check them out. Now, a couple of games that our friends at Dead Good BR are promoting is we've got firstly Grapple Dogs, which is the sequel to the amazing Grapple Dog. Now, I loved this game and played it on the Nintendo Switch a couple of years ago, and this is Grapple Dogs Cosmic Chaos. They've added new mechanics, they've added a new character, and you bounce between the original character and the new one, and it's such a good fun platformer. As I say, I loved the first game, and there was 4 different levels and demos to play of this. I got to play one of them, but it was such good fun, and I can't wait for this to come out. Also, next to this game was Terry's Turbo Trip. Kirsty from Dead Good said, I really need to try this. And this was an insane, very funny, very comical game where you basically just need a car. You just want a car, and you end up getting a job as a taxi driver, and it is an open world exploration game where you basically go around, collect things, and cause chaos. Imagine GTA if it was in a very bizarre world. Look out for this one, it's great fun. Now, on the Saturday night, we were invited to the launch of Arcade Paradise VR. We got some free beer, we got some free t-shirts, and people got to play the fantastic Arcade Paradise, which is now on VR and launched that weekend. Big thank you to Wired Productions for inviting us to the special party. Another Fireshine game that I tried out was Kadamon, the Hyper Auto Battler, where it's a card battler, but you basically set up your deck and get it ready, and then let it do the battling for you. Very much in a way that you get some games that are battlers and you can just set it to run automatically, but you have to put the strategy in to make sure that when it runs automatically, you actually win. Another cutesy little game that I tried out on the Friday evening was Fruit Bus. Imagine Overcooked if it was in 3D, but has a very sad tale that your little food truck has run into dismay and not been used for 10 years, and you're going to rebuild it up and for one last time get that fruit business going. This is a cosy little game to look out for. Now, there was 2 stages this year at WASD. We had the career stage, which ran for 3 days, giving advice to upcoming devs, whether it be to do with artwork, whether it be sound design, whether it be actual level design, working with community managers, how to actually get a foot in the door. It was jam-packed full of content over the 3 days. But we also had the main stage, which only ran on Friday and Saturday, but featured lots of playthroughs from different games and different devs. Now, one of the talks that I went to see on the Saturday at 10:45 was hosted by Debug Magazine, and you can see Andrew, the editor, and Dan, the owner of Debug, there, talking to the dev from the game Paper Trail, which comes out in May. This is a superb game, a great puzzle game with some very atmospheric sounds and music, and you definitely need to check this one out. A cool little platformer that I got to play, which gave me Platonic and Rare vibes, was Himble Adventures. Now, yes, at first it does look like this is go collect the fruit and, you know, jump on platforms and get enemies, but it's so much more than that, because you have technically 4 different health bars, all to do with oversensory. So if you touch things that are prickly, that is your senses, that things that smell bad, that can affect you, bright lights can affect you, and it's basically a game all set around people who have neurodiversity. I thought this was phenomenal, and I can't wait to play more of this and check this out, but I thought this was a really good idea for a game, and the fact that you have to be very aware of all different aspects made this a lot more interesting than a lot of platformers that come out these days.
I'm just going to say that just the concept, that game alone is phenomenal. As I say, if you went into areas that are too bright, it affects your eye meter. Touch certain items, blah blah blah. Loud noises as well. So anyone who's suffers from any form of different conditions, it basically puts that into a game. Yeah, I can't speak more highly of this. This was really, really good. So we need to look out for this one.
And here I am with JB Chicken Nuggets, who is playing a game called Piece Together. Now, if you like games like A Little to the Left, this is ideal for you. You basically are given a scrapbook with different information, and you need to piece the, whether it's the badges, the postcards, the paper clippings, to basically make the scrapbook correct. You can move the pieces around and find out what's right, what's not, use the clues to basically help you out, figure out how the game is. But yeah, we like the look of this and got to play this, and it was lots of good fun.
Pretty cool.
There you go. You liking it?
One game that was back from the show in September was Alien Hominid Invasion from the wonderful people at the Behemoth. Now, some of you may know that I covered this game back in December, but got to speak to John, who's in the middle there with the bright shirt, and his wonderful team, along with Old Squire, Risa Spoken, and Big Fuzzy Yak, as we got to play the game a little bit more. But it's a great game, and you definitely should check it out if you haven't. It's really good fun. Thank you to John and his team for making us so welcome. Now, Conscript is a war game where you are trapped in a bunker along with your companions, and you're trying to find and solve the puzzles to get out and obviously attack the enemy. This game is a bit of a thinker for me. There was times that I was confused as what I was doing, but that's mainly down to my brain power and not anybody else's, because there's some people that progressed through it quite quickly. But I do like the style of the game. Had sort of Metal Gear vibes to it, but yeah, going around solving the puzzles, seeing where you got to go, shooting the enemies, all makes for quite a really cool game in that setting. A couple couple other games that were also brought to my attention were Sin Cognito, Sleep Swimmer, and Steambots. All little cracking little games. Steambots was the one that caught my eye the most. A little puzzle game where you have to move your little robots around different mazes and tasks and figure out what buttons do what. And my final game that I thoroughly enjoyed was Sleepy Time Village, a point-and-click adventure where you are a stressed businessman whose relationship is failing and falls asleep in the back of a taxi cab to wake up in a mysterious world with a sort of story time narrator and all these other funny creatures. It has got a very good sense of humour and can be very much an adult-themed game, but I did like the fact that it has an option that you can turn on and off the swears, which is kind of making it semi-family friendly. I got to try out 30-minute demo of the game, and I want to say a big thank you to Lightfoot Bros for talking to me afterwards and telling me a little bit more about this.
Now, I'm going to say that I've just confirmed today that Lightfoot Bros, the devs behind this game, are going to be on TNGC in 2 weeks. So you'll get to see more of this game, and it really, really is something phenomenal. I really like it.
Rather charming and fascinating game. And that is it for another WASD. 3 days well spent playing some amazing indie games and talking to some wonderful devs and content creators. And I have to say, this footage is from literally as the event was closing on the Saturday. So this is how busy it still was at the end of the final day. It was absolutely rammed all 3 days, and I would say that it was even more popular than the event back in September. I do hope that they do a second event this year. If not, I can't wait to go back next year. But WASD was absolutely superb. A big thank you to all the team at Rucon and WASD, especially Rachel, David and Matt for inviting me. It was an absolute pleasure to be here for my second time, and I can't wait for the next show. So that's it from me. I will be back at more events around the UK and further afield. But big thank you to everybody that I met, spent time talking to, having interviews with, or featuring on podcasts with, and just generally hanging around and having a beer with. This is Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, also known as Mags, signing off from WASD London.
There you go, folks. So that is the WASD video. There you go. So if you want to check that out, I will put that. It is live on YouTube now. I hope you enjoyed that. It took me all of but fucking 5 hours to make today. So thank you. Thank you very much. But I will put the link in the Discord. If you want to see more of it or watch it again, it is there to watch. And greatly appreciate it. I'll tell you what I am going to do, because I did realise I've not got the Pepper Grinder trailer. So I'm going to get that queued up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the trailers more in depth of all the games that you see. Now, some of the games don't have trailers, which is a shame. Like the Bird game doesn't have a trailer. But there are trailers for some of the ones that I didn't get to play. So I will show you those. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through each trailer. And then you can see for yourself which games you like, which games you don't like, and see what you think. Let me just get these ready. I'm going to kind of try and get this in position. And do these in order. And then we've got quite a few trailers to get through, but they're all about a minute long. There's only a few that are quite big. So let's go with this. And then you, if you've got any ideas or that or want to chat through them, let me know. I can discuss it. The video would have been great if we didn't have to see much of Mag's face. Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. But yes, there are a number of cameos. Yeah, Kylie, Pete, Nintendo Ollie who's in the chat. Obviously the Debug lads, Jamie from Gamer Guide. Number of cameos of people in there. I did want to take more selfies of a lot of the other content creators, but I was just like, it's supposed to be about the games, not the content creators. So, you know, that's why I did what I did. But there you go. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So we're going to have a look. First game that I jumped on, which obviously we talked about on TNGC a couple of weeks back and got an 8 out of 10. So it's already out on the Devolver stage, is Pepper Grinder. Mate, I tell you what, I'm gutted you missed it because that was so much better than the September one. It was heaving. They actually sold out the first 2 days. It was heaving with people. And I actually think it was a better event than the one in September, even though I loved the one in September as well. So I'm gutted you couldn't be there, dude. I was going to say that was 2 weeks ago. You went, yeah, 2 weeks ago. Can't be at, exactly. Can't be at everything. You can't be like Pokemon and catch them all, can you? So there you go. But yes, Pepper Grinder, they were showcasing because obviously it did come out a couple of weeks ago and got an 8 out of 10. But for those who haven't seen it, here's the trailer. This is a game I said to Slopes, you need to play. And if you watch his video, he mentions me and says, Mag said, go and play this. And he said, I didn't regret it. So there you go. Need to come to Gamescom with me, however. Oh, God. We'll have to talk about that, Sawyer. We'll have to talk about, see if you can drag me to Gamescom. But I can't be there for all the days. That's the only problem. Unless the thing that I'm supposed to be at on the last day gets cancelled, and then I could go. But we'll have to see. So do it. Best event in the world, mate. We'll see. We will talk. But I would like to go to Gamescom, but I've got other events to go to as well, which is nuts. And we'll talk about all them in a bit. But here goes. Let's have a look at Pepper Grinder. There you go, folks. That's Pepper Grinder. That's already out on PC and Switch. And that got an 8 out of 10 on our show. Going more into Devolver. Obviously, Cult of the Lamb were plugging their... Hello, Ellie. How you doing? It's our wonderful guest from last night's show. How you doing? Can we give Ellie a shout out? Because she was our guest last night. And don't forget, Jenny is our community member of the month. Jenny's here. Say hello to Jenny. We are giving an extended week because we didn't do a full month. And then we are going to start Community Member of the Month again, and we'll figure it all out, and we'll make it all run how it should do. But there you go. So, there you go. Go follow Jenny. Go follow Ellie. They're both awesome. There you go. So, Cult of the Lamb had a new DLC come out, Sins of the Flesh. And there was even, I didn't show it on the video, but it did show the tent that's in this, which was quite funny. So let's show you the trailer for the new Cult of the Lamb DLC. So there you go. That's the new Cult of the Lamb DLC, which is out now, and it's out on PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, and PC. Funnily enough, there was the setup of the Cult of the Lamb thing with the tent, and it was funny because a couple of people did comment that they were taking photos, and some kids were having their photos taken, and people going, if you know the game, that's the sex tent. Awkward. So there you go. Cult of the Lamb DLC out now. Also, they had the bar, as Jesse knows. They had Jimmy from Loading Bar, which is an amazing gaming bar. There's a couple in London and there's one in Brighton. And he was providing all the drinks and stuff. And because Cult of the Lamb were there, he renamed his bar Loading Bar. I shit you not. And hence why we got those wonderful Cult of the Lamb beer glasses. So there you go. So that was that. There you go. I've got 2 press tickets to be redacted thing to do with June Showcase debuting it. How much is it going to cost me, Sawyer? This is one of the games on my list when the potato is no longer. You got to play it, Ellie. Cult of the Lamb's brilliant. Cult of the Lamb is brilliant. Let's move on to more Devolver games. Now, this one isn't out yet. Mag, message me after stream, by the way. Okay, will do. Will do. No worries, Amy. A bag of sand because we'd go out. We'd go out. Oh, God, not again. This is the trailer for Angerfoot, which is the game that I can't tell you how much I love. There's a demo out for this now at the moment. It's a 10-level demo. Let's go. So there you go, Angerfoot, which comes out sometime this year. And there is a demo. As Dan said, it's a 10-level demo. Kylie says, pro tip, map the kick button and the gun button the same mouse button. That's cheating. What you want to do, my pro tip is people didn't realise this. You've got limited bullets in your gun. If you throw the gun at the enemies, it stuns them, and then you kick them. You then take their other gun, and you've got another gun full of bullets. Haha, Mags, my crabs was added to the wish list tonight after TNGC. Amazing. Amazing. If anybody didn't see it. Yeah. So, the talk of crabs last night, but not the way you think. The fabulous little game. Another Crab's Treasure, which we talked about. So there you go. The last Devolver game we're going to talk about. Now, this featured in the talk show literally 2 weeks ago when we had Ben on the show. This is Children of... actually, it's not the last Devolver one. This is already out. This came out 2 weeks ago. This is Children of the Sun. So have a look at this. It didn't get big scores in the show. It got a 6.5. But I actually really like this after playing the demo. So it's changed my opinion of the game. It's not cheating, says Kylie, just playing smart. All right, playing smarter, not harder. There we go. Let's have a look at this one.
Wasted all day, killing all the Capulets.
There you go, Children of the Sun, folks, which is out now. I say it didn't get massive scores on our show, but it's Sniper Elite on LSD, yeah. It got a 6.5 on our show, but I quite liked it. The levels that I played, and it does make you think. It's not a case of like Sniper Elite where you go, shoot that target, now line up, shoot that target. It's like, bullet has got to go through person A to person B to person C. And if you've not got the line of sight, you fuck it up and you have to start all over again. So it is a good puzzle game. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So go check that one out. And then the final game, which I thought was hilarious, which is out now on Switch and PC. This was the insane game, which I still don't really know what the hell it is. But this, folks, is Cricket Through the Ages. Check this out. It's nothing to do with cricket.
Let us plug in our space TVs and learn about this strange new game. This feels like it could go on forever, and it literally can. The real winner is cricket, but also, mostly, it's the person holding the trophy. Time for a game of Ultra Cricket.
As I said, absolutely batshit crazy, but I would play that because it just looks absolutely nuts. So that's Cricket Through the Ages, which is out now. If Pete was here, he'd be giving it his seal of approval. Yeah, I don't like cricket. Oh no, I love it. I'm sure I played a game like this during ICT at high school. I probably did as well. I remember games like that where your character walked like that, like it was doing a whirling thing, trying to do a Pete Townsend. There you go. Anyway, on to other games. There was the horror game Harvest Hunt, which is due out. I think it's due out this month. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. As I press my buttons, make sure that it works.
The plague came quickly. The rot and fear bloomed. Pestilence claimed the land, the crops, the animals. Our thriving community withered. Death came. And so we ran, seeking refuge in the forsaken lands of Luna Nova. I have protected our village from the creatures that would devour us. But my time as the warden must end. You have been chosen. Reap the harvest. End the hunt.
So that's due out this month. And as I said, I've just put in the chat, it looks like DBD, but a card battler as well. I really liked it. I really liked it. That's a Neon Hive game, yeah? That was one of the Neon Hives. They did do a talk, and as I mentioned in my video, someone that's coming to Timeless, one of our content creators that Sawyer's picked out, Day Walker M, she was there, and she was actually playing the game on the stage for their talk, which I thought was really cool. So there you go. Now, obviously we mentioned a game, a lot of people were loving this. Slope Crashers, the snowboarding game. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. There you go, folks. That's Slope Crashers. I again, I like a good racing game, and this is a racing game with a difference. Dan says, I wish I'd gone on. Yeah, I left it until the last day to go on it. And it was one of those, I was like, should I go on, should I go on? Everyone was playing with 2 people. I managed to get on a game where it was just some other random person that was like, yeah, let's play it. So it's definitely to look out for. Not got a release date for that one, unfortunately, yet. But I'm sure it will be out very, very soon. Obviously, next, I mentioned Yogscast with their new game. Obviously, last year they were promoting Playtup. This year they're promoting a game that links characters from 2 other games. One of them I've not played. The other one is Manual Samuel. But let's have a look at this. This is the Holy Gosh Darn. John Unicycle, thank you so much for the sub. Greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Yo, yo, yo!
Whoa, what the hell are you doing in my apartment?
We're gonna save heaven, remember?
Oh, god damn it. I've been given time travel powers in order to prevent heaven from blowing up at 6 o'clock, but it's a whole goddamn thing, and I'm losing my mind. Be not afraid, my name is Cassiel of Celerity. I'm an angel of the Lord.
Oh, crap. Am I gonna get crucified for this?
The whole fabric of heaven's reality will unravel and we will all die!
Those phantoms that showed up, they might be a tiny little bit my fault.
What the hell did you do?
Take these keys and zip over to the vault. There's gonna be a vault guardian there. Ask him to cut the shit and give you an artifact called the Holy Gosh Darn.
The Holy Gosh Darn? What do you need that thing for?
Did he just pass out?
He's looking pretty old, yo. Think we gotta get here earlier if we want him to be awake.
Ignore her, Neohorn. She's an angel. You never know what they're up to.
What the here are you doing here, Cassiel? Did they send you to take me to heaven? I'm not going back to that shithole if that's why you're here.
Svar!
Knew we would end up killing somebody. Always do. It's time to severely misbehave.
Who's that guy you're with?
Forget about him.
So that is due to come out in the summer, and it is part of a trilogy, as Danka said. The first one, I think, being Manual Samuel that I played, and there is characters from those games, but I've never played the second one. Kylie's got a good point as well, because I didn't play this because I was put off from playing the demo, because it wasn't a demo. It was the whole game. Now, some people had time demos, like Cult of the Lamb. Some had, like, lengthy demos, which was like Angerfoot, where you had 10 levels to complete. Do as much as you want. And some were just, like, 1-level things. But this was just a full game. And as Kylie said, she went on it, and it was a 10-minute intro video before you even got to play the game. So it was just like, eh. So I just avoided it, to be honest. But it does look good. It does look good. Some of the other games that we had on some of the stands. This was Skuld. Let's have a look at it. Also, don't forget, we are going to be doing some giveaways. So stay tuned.
A whisper. An echo of the past. Others speak of a slumbering darkness, patiently biding its time. Legacies of old, about to be awakened. A calling for long forgotten heroes to rise again.
So that is out on the 30th of May on PC. That is Skald, if you want to try that out. Next to that game, we had Zillions. So let's have a look at this one.
So, I heard you like card games. This is gonna be a colossal card match! Let's get this party started! Watch out, people trash!
Pretty much a card battler, that one, for those who like stuff like that. I'm not the biggest fan of card battlers, but plenty of people were playing it, so it was pretty cool. Next to that was one of the ones that I mentioned. This looks like my thing. I do love a card play. If you do like that, you'd love it, Danker. Now, this was the one that I mentioned out of that stand. You had the teams from Raw Fury, 2 games from Raw Fury, and next to one, what was that called? That game was called, 1 second, matey. I will get you the, I've got the list of games here. That one was called Zetzillion. Z-E-T Zillion. So there you go, Zetzillion. Look out for that. His next 2 games were from Togue Productions, and this was the one that I played the most and liked the most. This was Whisper Mountain Outbreak. Here we go.
Hello, Toge Productions here, and welcome to the first gameplay reveal of Whisper Mountain Outbreak. Whisper Mountain Outbreak is an isometric survival horror game that can be played solo or online co-op with your friends. Set in the year 1998, when a mining operation at Mount Bisik accidentally awakens an ancient malevolent entity who triggers an undead outbreak in the fictional town of Daha. You're one of the few remaining humans. Together with other players, you must struggle to survive and find a way to escape from the Eldritch Terror. Spread out. Or stay in a group to explore the map and find the best route to escape. Your exploration may be restricted by locked doors or blocked paths, so locating key items and solving puzzles or using lockpicks becomes crucial for advancing the mission. The stage is filled with numerous surprises. Enemy encounter is but one of them. Stay alert and equip your best weapon when combat is inevitable. When a group mate is down, you can revive them with a touch of a button. But always be careful, as the more frequently they are revived, the closer they come to permanent death. Be observant. Essential resources like healing items and ammos are concealed within intractable objects or unexpected spots. Resources are key elements for the survival of both you and your team. And in the time of crisis, you can always share your resources to help a group mate or keep them for your own sake. We are thrilled to share this, and we can't wait to bring this survival horror experience to you. So prepare yourself to confront the terror of Mount Bisik and its dangerous whisper. For Whisper Mountain Outbreak demo is coming this October.
There you go. Perfect for Halloween. I'll show that. It's coming out on October the 26th. And there is a demo available on Steam already. I really enjoyed that. And as I said, that was one of the games that they didn't have the devs there at the actual show, but you could speak to them online. And he was talking to me in the headphones while I was playing the game and basically trying to teach me how to play the game, which I thought was really cool. I've had a couple of shows that I've done that at. So that was pretty awesome. You enjoyed this multiplayer game. Suppose you don't want to do any community... Ha ha, very funny. Very funny, Jesse. Maybe we'll do it as a community night. Who knows? Who knows? But there you go. So that was that one. Next to that, it was another game from Toad Productions, which is Kriegsfront Tactics. This game has been worked on for quite a while, and they've got an update from there. What's that white thing on the shelf? Do you mean the lamb? Let's go. There you go. That is, oh God, what was that called? Kriegsfront Tactics. So that's the latest update video that they've done. So you could try that. Oh, you mean this thing? It's a mug. It's a gaming mug. I've got the guy from The Division, got Agent 47, and it's a game over mug with a little joystick attached to it for the handle. You can't see, I'll show you. You can't see the joystick because it's a game over mug. It's got all different controllers and things on it. There you go. It's really cool. That was a birthday present from Kylie. So there you go. Really cool. Goes to my mug collection. I've never had a cup of tea in it because I like it too much. I'm afraid I'm going to break it, so I'll put it on my shelf. But it's never game over. You are fired from Timeless. Yeah, I know. I like mechs, but didn't look like that game. Oosh. Yeah, it's always been there. It's been there since Christmas. That mug has sat there since the Christmas streams. So there you go. I got one like that as a Secret Santa. Oh, did you? Nice. I like that. It's cool. It's cool. One day I might get the other shelves that I've said I've been getting for like, you know, fucking months. We're going to have to do it. Right, now we go to Playtonic, folks. Playtonic had 4 games. One of them, I know, iQuail said he's putting for a Kickstarter. This is a Victory Heat Rally. I really like the look of this and had good fun on this one. Let's go. I love the fact that one of the levels is called Bayatona. There you go. Kylie said the same thing. For a mere hour, but I'm taking that. Yeah, Ollie kept getting knocked off the leaderboard, so he kept going back on and playing it again to make sure. But yeah. Was it a leaderboard for most crashes? No, it was a leaderboard for fastest lap, which I didn't even get on. Didn't even get on, but Ollie managed to get on it. So there you go. Next to that, that's going to be out on PC and Switch. Next to that was another game that I played of Playtonics, and this was Elsie, which I really enjoyed. I showed footage of it, but here's the trailer. Again, demo out now for PC and Switch, LC. But I really enjoyed it. My only thing was, you can only shoot sideways. You can't shoot up. Your character won't look up, but then you have to get certain guns that do that. So I guess that's why they did it. Certain guns do shoot at different angles. Otherwise, you are literally just shooting left and right. But I did enjoy that. I did enjoy that very much. Again, that was a Playtonic game that you might want to check out. Now, a game that's already out and it's been out a while. It's actually been out 6 months, but did come to Game Pass a while. And I know Sophie's not a fan of it. Is Little Gator Game. But they were plugging this at the show as well. So that, folks, is Little Gator Game. That is out on everything. Xbox, Switch, PC, PlayStation. That was the PlayStation trailer for it. But yeah, Little Gator Game. Before I get my beer out from the fridge, the last game that Playtonic had to show was this one, which I quite like the look of it. A strategy game. And one of these. We have seen games like this before, but I quite liked it. It basically had a panda on the front cover. Yeah, Little Gator Game is on Game Pass if you want to try it. This is called Corpo Nation, the sourcing process. And I believe it's got a release date on this one. Have a look at this one. Here we go.
Welcome, valued Ringo employee.
Attention, do not share this message. Synthesis have hacked your induction message. To save
As a citizen employee, you must work hard to ensure our economy grows with you at the center.
Resist everything. Do not listen to their lies. They are...
You might be curious about the purpose of the samples. Don't be. Rest assured, your hard work will be rewarded. And don't forget to report any suspicious...
Do not get caught. We need your help. Discard the samples.
Enjoying your employee benefits, such as playing games, purchasing Ringo-approved decor, growing the economy.
Our routine is a prison. Resist their propaganda. You must.
We know that you will never betray your beloved employer and will always give 110%.
They are always watching. Your life is not your own. Only you.
We're counting on you, Ringo employee. And don't forget, we're always watching.
So there you go, folks. That is Corpo Nation. That literally, there is a free prologue that you can play, and the game literally did come out just a couple of weeks ago. So if you like the look of that, go for that. Now, iQuail redeemed a get a random beer from the fridge, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to crack that open, and then we've got how many more trailers we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 more trailers to show you from the show, and then we've got a very special Ubisoft showcase to show you for something that was announced, and then we've got the giveaways, folks. So if you want to win some games, stick around to the end, okay? You got to stick around to the end if you want to win the games. But we're going to hammer through some of the trailers. But let me get the random beer out of the fridge as I talk to you wonderful people. Let me know in chat what games you'd like the look of and what you haven't. What's taking your fancy on this little showcase that we're doing. Oh, now, in terms of beer, looks like a Japanese one. It's a Daedong. A Daedong Pale Ale. Daedong Pale Ale. There you go, from the Booth. 5.1%. Where's this come from? Oh, it's Korean. It's Korean. And this was brewed from a small pizza pub in Seoul. But there you go. So let's try this. Let's have a crack at this. I had sticking and end. What's Mag getting us to do this time? You'll see. Pale ale. Here we go. That's good, but not as good as the unicorn one. But that is nice. Thank you, iQuail, for getting that for me. Let's crack on. It's too late for that, Mag. You need Night Dong. I need Night Dong. Night Dong. Let's have a look at this. This was the game that I got invited to play by P-Cube. And this is Nano Apostle. The game that's like a Souls-like boss battler. Let's have a look.
Welcome to this gameplay overview of Nano Apostle. Today, we'll be showcasing our first boss, the axe-wielding Berserker. The Berserker utilizes its immense size and speed to overwhelm Anita and her Apostle nanites. Firing the nanites at the boss will cause them to swarm, allowing Anita to regain some health by dealing enough damage. Every boss in Nano Apostle has a fail-safe second stage that becomes deadlier and more intense. To combat this onslaught, use the nanites to deflect and parry enemy attacks. This will trigger Nano Apostle's unique destruction point system. Attacking an enemy's destruction point inflicts substantial damage and induces a staggering effect for follow-up strikes. Use all of your skills to overcome your opponent and witness the brutal reality of Nano Apostle.
There you go, folks. That's Nano Apostle. And I'm sure that once there's a demo out now, there's no set release date for this, but I hope it to be this year. I know that P-Cube will probably send it me, and I will probably play it and probably rage like a motherfucker. So there you go. So we will see. That's hopefully later this year. It reminds me of one of those annoying ads you get on your phone. Oh yeah, it's like play to win this, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the one that I'm most excited about, and I'm sure a lot of people that were at the show were very, very keen on. This, when I had my meeting with them on Thursday, they said it was going to come out sometime between May and June. And yesterday, oh, that's fine, Sophie, don't worry, they'll take it. I'll tell them. They won't mind me telling them. This got announced yesterday. This is coming out at the end of the month. I can't wait for this. This is seriously the most lovely game that I've played in a long time. And it's all set in Scotland. And that, folks, is Pine Hearts. 23rd of May, people, on PC at first, and then hopefully they said to me when I saw them that this will be out on Switch and other consoles. But 23rd of May, and fingers crossed, I will be sent a copy by the company, Hyperluminal, because obviously I've had meetings with them at EGX and WASD. I absolutely love this game. It's a cracking little cozy puzzler game. So we won't be covering it this month, but I hope to put it in the schedule for next month. But I'm super excited for that. I can't tell you how much I'm excited for that. It's bizarre because I don't normally like games like that, but you just play it, you just fall in love with the game. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, got to play a bit of Pine Hearts. Coming up next, as mentioned, Starship Troopers Terrain Command has been out for a while now. We featured it on our talk show. But they've got their Raising Hell DLC that they have been promoting. So let's have a look at that.
We have before us an ordeal of the most grievous kind. A war against a hellish terror unlike any other. We will fight them in our bases. We will fight them in the fields of fire. We will fight them until victory, no matter the cost. Time to raise hell.
There you go, folks. So that is Terran Command Raising Hell, the DLC for already out Starship Troopers, which is out on PC. So that's the strategy game, not the first-person shooter that is in early access. There's 2 Starship Troopers games, just to clarify. There you go. Now, one of the games that I really liked and talked about a lot was Odinfall. This was a roguelike, enter the gungeon kind of game. Where might IC see me when there were giant ants? It was bugs, giant bugs, Sophie. If you're not familiar with Starship Troopers films, they are giant bugs. But this is the Odinfall game. I really enjoyed this one. Let's have a look at this trailer. There you go. From Fireshine Games, you can wishlist this. Hopefully this comes out later in the year. This is Odinfall. I love this. I'm not always a big fan of roguelike games, but this one ticks the boxes because it was like bullet hell, and really enjoyed it. So go check that one out. Also, next to them, actually one stand away from them, was Bootleg Steamer. I mentioned that in the video, where you basically, during the Prohibition era, move stuff around in your little steamboat. So let's have a look at this one, folks. There you go, folks. That literally came out the day that WASD started. That is Bootleg Steamer. So there you go. Nice one, Soph. Take care. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. This will be for someone from this look. I don't think it's mine. Oh, that's fair enough. It's not my kind of game, but I would try it. I would try it. Games Guru, hello. We want a mod poll. What mod? Sophie's just gone. We've got Tunes, Jesse, and Dan. One of them can pick a poll. So who wants to do it? And what does the mod... You pick the mod, Games Guru. You can either pick Tunesy, Jesse, or Dan. And then they've got to pick a poll, and then I'll get it running. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. How are you? So there you go. We're just watching all the trailers from the WSD show. And I've got a really exciting one next. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm hydrating with beer. Thank you, sir. Just let me know which mod you want. Also, before I go, music was so annoying, but it reminds me of a game I'm currently playing on the phone. It's that 1950s Charleston kind of thing, innit? There you go. Anyway, let's move on. Grapple Dogs. This was one I was really excited for. Some of you may remember I had a sponsored stream actually about 2 years ago on Nintendo Switch for Grapple Dog. And this is the sequel. And this is brilliant. I can't wait for this. It's going to be... So that comes out this year. The first one is amazing. I've got it on the Switch. Absolutely adore that game. But yes, that is Grapple Dogs, the sequel, where you play the original character and a new character. I want to see how it all comes together as well, which is going to be really cool. And if the music is anything like the first game, it's going to be funky as fuck. So it's going to be great. Games Guru, have you decided who you want to do the mod poll? You do need to let me know. Otherwise, we'll have to... re-give you your points back. Let's crack on. Let's move at some more games. Next to that was Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip, which was the other game that was right next to it by the same devs. So let's have a look at this. This is so funny, this game. Let's have a look at this one.
Would you look at that? Just another beautiful day in Sprankle Water. Oh my. Oh, glorious. Hang on. Isn't that Terry, isn't it? I've been hearing a lot about you recently. So tell us, Terry, what's everyone fussing about? Well, that sounds like quite the adventure, Terry. What's this whole escapade called, Ah, yes. Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. I'll make a note of that.
You should do. Legendary JL, how are you doing? How's it going? This is so much fun. As Kylie said, this is like GTA 6 for babies. But it's so funny. And I've got to bring up one thing. You start the game, right? You start the game literally. in a job centre, but you don't want a job. You just want a car. And you're speaking to this guy on Dialogue Tree, and he was like, oh, you sound like you know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And he says, can we exchange numbers so we can do details? He said, yeah, sure. What's your number? 1. He's like, I think I remember that. And it's just the humour in it is just fucking insane. Like, you've got this mayor that's bigging up this building that they built. Then someone notices it's got no windows or doors, because he goes, ask away questions, ask as many questions you want. You go, the building hasn't got any windows or doors. He goes, that's it, thank you very much, that's the press conference done, thank you, bye. It's that kind of humour. It's really good. So, Games Guru, you picked Mod Poll, but you didn't select a mod to pick. So you need to pick someone. There is Dan Game Tank, Tunes, or Jesse, and then they have to do the poll. So if you can do that, that's great. Otherwise, we will refund your points, my friend. So there you go. Next, obviously, Legendary JL was at WASD along with me. We went out and had some food and some drinks, which was amazing. And he was at the Arcade Paradise VR. There you go, Jesse. Let me know what you want to do for a poll, and I'll set that up and get that going. Arcade Paradise VR had its launch at WASD, and here is the trailer for the game. There you go, Arcade Paradise VR. Arcade Paradise is a great game anyway, but this is even better. Okay, so Big Jesse says we should do a poll of favourite games from WASD. All right, so what we will do is I will set up a poll, and it'll be, what were your favourite games from WASD if you went, or what are the favourite trailers that you've seen? So let's go set that up. I don't know how we're going to do it as a poll, though. Do you want me to put, my five fave picks, and then people, right, okay, so what's the best game from WASD? I'm with you, Jesse, I'm with you. So we'll have Angerfoot, we'll have Grapple Dogs, we'll have Odin Fall. Let me go back through my list. Oh, let's have a look. God, let's have a look. Nano Apostle, which is bloody hard, but I did enjoy it. Or Pine Hearts. Those were my top 5. The only reason I've not put Pepper Grinder in is because it's already out. All these other ones aren't out yet. So we'll give that 5 minutes, and then people can vote on that. Thank you, Jesse. There it goes. Thank you for the posture check. There you go. That is now live. Go vote, and I'll do the stretch. Thank you. You missed what I said a little bit earlier where you were talking about the previous game. Oh, sorry, Manic. What was it? What were you saying, dude? Let me have a look. This feels like what would happen if the people had made Goat Simulator decide to make a Goat Simulator, but without the goat. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. It does feel like that. You can just go off and do anything and then make your own adventure, but there are quests in there. So that's kind of what the game's like. Okay. Next to Odin Fall, while you lot get voting, was Kanamon, the Hyper Auto Battler, which is a card battler but automatically plays. And if you don't understand what that is, have a look at this, you lovely people. There you go, folks. That is out now. I didn't know this is, but Danker's like, tick. There you go. Also, in the poll at the moment, Grapple Dogs is winning. Grapple Dogs is winning. So, there you go. That is already out. Kadomon from Fireshine Games. You might want to check that out. But that is an auto battler, but also a card battler. So, there you go. Next, which I mentioned, I think Jesse liked the looks of this one. This is Fruit Bus. This was another sort of cozy game, but it's like cooking, but with an adventure story in it. Really like this game. This was really cool as well.
To be the owner of your very own fruit bus. Exploring the world with the wind in your whiskers. Discovering new ingredients and flavors to make the best dishes ever. Customizing your truck to your heart's desire. Go anywhere, meet anyone, do whatever you want. Well, if that isn't freedom, then I don't know. Fruit Bus!
That's coming to PC and consoles at some point, whether it's 2024 or 2025. It's like Slime Rancher meets Overcooked meets a driving simulator, because you have to fix it. A bit like Pacific Drive, you have to fix the vehicle up and keep it going. So it's really, really cool. It's really cool. Gotta go check that one out. Only a few more. Now, this is one that the lads from Debug highly recommend. Was Hello Kitty Adventure there too? No, it wasn't, unfortunately. This is Paper Trail. I showed you that on the main stage, you had lots of devs talking about games. And this is Paper Trail. You've got about 30 seconds left to vote on the game, and it's 50-50. So let's have a look at this trailer. But I think I can see me streaming this one. This looks really, really good.
Once upon a time, in the forgotten seaside town of Southfold, there was a crumbling old cottage, home to two old fuddy-duddy parents and their super smart daughter, who had just been accepted into university. The problem? Well, they didn't want her to go. You see, that girl is me. And this, it's a letter, saying I'm running away. At least I was, until the storm started. Now, I guess we're stuck here until the rain clears. So we may as well get to know each other. My name is Paige, 18 years old, astrophysicist in training. Hobbies include journaling, origami, oh, and bending the space-time continuum. But
Just going to say, well done to Grapple Dogs. Thank you, Tunes, contributed to Grapple Dogs, followed by Angerfoot, then Nano Apostle and Pine Hearts. I will more than likely stream Grapple Dogs because I streamed the first one, so that's happening. Hell yes, this was such a great presentation with Debug. It was. I'm going to carry on. I shouldn't be interrupting it, but this game is fire, this one.
more on that later.
Dave, thank you so much for the sub. He says, I want a refund. Also, mate, in your inbox, just to make you aware. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. I'll say hello to you properly after this trailer. And that is out this month. So if you like the look of that, it's out this month. And it's also in the latest issue of Debug. So there you go. Very pretty. The game isn't bad either. Nice one, Dave. Nice one. So yeah, Paper Trail. Look out for it. We will hopefully be streaming that in June. It's in the list of games to possibly stream for June. So look out for the go. Now, the one that quite a few people like, which was a cozy game, which people like games like A Little to the Left that you saw JB, who's our guest on Tuesday night gaming chat, playing, was pieced together. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. There you go. That is out. Well, will be out. You can get a demo now, but will be out on PC and mobile phone. I can see a game like that. Yeah, unpacking it with journals. Also like A Little to the Left. But I really like this, and the demo I played of it's good fun. Again, no pressure. You do the game as you want. Unpacking, like Dave said, or A Little to the Left, is very much like that kind of style of game. Next, we had the war game Conscript, which I didn't get on with very well. I'm not going to lie. I just found it a little bit tricky to play, and I did feed that back to the devs. But I know some people absolutely loved it. And then seeing this trailer, I'm like, I want to give it another shout. But this, ladies and gents, is Conscript. Let's have a look at this. So that's Conscript, folks. I mean, Kylie's just said the controls were a bit funny. I did find them a bit funny as well. I did find the good thing about WASD is you can feedback info back to the devs, and I did say to the dev, you know, this is how I found it, and but there were people that enjoyed it more than me. I would give it a fair shout because I'm always about giving games a fair shout, but it's one that I was quite excited for, but then didn't quite like it. But I know that Andrew from Debug, the editor of Debug, did very much enjoy it. So yeah. It's one of them. It's one of them. Obviously, there was a couple of games that we haven't got trailers for, but this was on a group of free games. And this was the puzzle game that I talked about, which was Steambots. So let's have a look at this one. There you go, folks. Steambots. We haven't got a date, but it looks a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. The demo that I played was good fun. Yeah, puzzle game with robots. Simple as. That's all you need to know for that one. Check that one out. That's coming soon. And then obviously a couple of games that I talked about. This one was Die by the Blade, which is out this month as well. This is a really cool action game. This was in the other room, but this was pretty cool. I pressed the wrong button there. Let's do that. That is out on the 16th of this month. Die by the Blade. That was really cool. I'm not good at games like that, but I really did like it. Is this like a modern Bushido Blade? In a way, yes. But it's like one battle at a time. One battle at a time. So, really, you should check that one out. Next to that, ladies and gents, was the Tesla game, which I mentioned, called The House of Tesla. Now, I didn't actually get to play this one, but I did watch people playing this. So, let's have a look at the footage of that. Don't forget, folks, we are doing a very, very special Ubisoft presentation after this. And then we have some game giveaways. So you want to stick around and win some games from WASD, stick around to the end of the stream because I've got some stuff to give away. Mr. Newton, hello, how you doing? And John Unicycle, yes, it does look like Deadliest Warrior. You're very right, it does. This one is The House of Tesla. So that's due out sometime this year. I know that doesn't really show any gameplay, but that is due out this time this year. I am doing good, thank you, Mr. Newton. You know, and I hope you are doing well too. Thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to see you. These guys did the Da Vinci series, so I probably will consider this one too. Could be a good little puzzler. Good little puzzler. Now, obviously, as mentioned, we have a game that's coming out not until Halloween of 2025. But the devs are going to be on our show in 2 weeks. This is the game that I really did fall in love with. And poor Dan was too scared to pull a kid off the stand so that he could play it. Don't look at your social media. Oh, is it his wedding anniversary? Is it his wedding anniversary? There we go. This is Sleepy Time Village. Let's have a look at this. I fell in love with this game straight away, and the devs will be on TNGC in 2 weeks' time. Oh, it's the Paul and Jesse anniversary. Do a plug for Nuggets in the chat. Go on, before I play this trailer. Technically, it was Monday, but yeah, but we'll skip it. We'll say it's next Monday. There you go. Go follow their podcast. It's fucking amazing.
What a bloody day. Where's my cab? Can't be late. Can't be late. So tired.
Mimi! Mimi!
Where am I? The sun is up. A lovely day. It's time to leave the house and play.
What? Who's saying that?
Dazzle?
Oh, I think there's something living in that. I told you not to play with Daddy's keys.
I don't like the look of this.
What is this place?
So that is Sleepy Time Village. There is a demo for that, and it's great. And the dev is going to be on our show in 2 weeks' time, so I can't wait. So that is Sleepy Time Village. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Which I really liked. Unfortunately, Dan Game Tank couldn't get on that. I just realised something just for fun. Wish we'll be putting numbers to these games. We should do, shouldn't we? We should do what Danka did and has guessed our 50 games of the year and see how that pans out at the end of the year. So there you go. So, folks, that was all my picks from WASD. We have got a ton of games that we have gone through. I hope you've enjoyed that. But this is not the end of the stream because I said there's some other stuff as well. So, as you know, I am an Ubisoft partner. And Ubisoft have also asked me, they weren't at the show, but they have asked me to talk about a game that they've got coming out this month. After that, we are doing the giveaways. There are 5 games I'm giving away, which I'll talk about more. But I want to do this little segment because Ubisoft have kindly sponsored this little portion of tonight's stream. And some of you may not realise that there is a new Prince of Persia game coming out. No, not the one that came out in January. Not the Lost Crown, which I absolutely adored. But Prince of Persia Lost Crown was such a runaway success from Ubisoft Montpellier that they are announcing another Prince of Persia game called the Rogue Prince of Persia, which is a 2D fast-paced action platforming roguelike game made by the people who did Dead Cells. Okay? So it's coming to early access on PC on May, I've got to look this up, May the 14th. And it's a new slant, a new spin on the Prince of Persia games. And they've given me a 15-minute video to play the game, which is exclusive footage. Now, some of this was unveiled a couple of weeks ago at a show, but this has got some footage that people have not seen before, and only Ubisoft partners are allowed to show. Now, all I've got to do is bloody find the footage. So I'm going to basically boot it up. I thought I had it, but I seem to have got rid of it. So there it is. So I'm going to bring this up on screen. And this is a 15-minute B-roll of the new Prince of Persia game, Rogue Prince of Persia. Let me know your thoughts of this in the chat. You'll get to see the game mechanics. You will see how this is like Dead Cells. So have a look at this, folks, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you to Ubisoft for sending me this to show you lovely lot. Here we go. I like how when you kick them off the thing, they still die and you still get the coins that you get from it. That's a sleigh. And the combat seems more fluid than the Lost Crown. Now, I love the Lost Crown, but this looks even better. Yeah, we'll have to see how you use the coins, definitely. Hopefully to buy more weapons at Slay. Yeah, I like that mechanic where he grinds down the wall with the knife. I wasn't a big fan at first, and then it's grown on me. Because obviously this is the second time that I've watched this. You like the lack of an AI voiceover. But I get what you mean, iQuail. A lot of people didn't like the art style for the Lost Crown, but that game was banging as well. I remember that cartoon. I never watched it, but I remember that cartoon. Yeah, so they sent me a 15-minute video to show you what happens and how it plays out. So this is a look. When you kick them off, you still get the money, which I like. Yeah, this is a 15-minute video that Ubisoft sent me. I don't believe this trailer is anywhere else. Don't forget, folks, after this trailer, we're going to be giving away some games, so stick around. You might be winning some games, you lucky people. Yeah, iQuail Lost Crown ranks very highly in my top games of this year at the moment. Free stuff! Slay! Yeah, that's what the huts do. Yeah, I do like this. I'm quite looking forward to playing this. Either in early access or when it gets its free release. There are shops, Danker, yes, and you can buy stuff. I guess they didn't want it looking like a Dead Cells clone, even though it's the same people that made it, if that makes sense. I know what you mean, Manic. So I don't know about this one, because I think this could be a bit of a longer game, because The Lost Crown I didn't think would be a long game, and that was actually longer than I expected to be, but was still really, really good. Maybe 15 hours? Very true, Highquail, very true. He did. But now you can see why it's going to be like Dead Cells. I like it as well. It's definitely grown on me, Games Guru. And there you go, folks. That is the B-roll that Ubisoft sent me of the Rogue Prince of Persia. So a big thank you to Ubisoft for sending that to me, because it was practically an exclusive for Ubisoft partners. I know some footage was shown on a showcase, but not that 15-minute B-roll. So that is something that's quite exciting. If you'd like to find out more, early access on PC starts May the 14th. So check it out. I'm sure we will be covering it with more stuff and some plays of the games later on. Now, because you've been all wonderfully patient, I'm going to say a big thank you to Ubisoft again for sponsoring that segment. But we are going to get to the bit that you want. Yes, we are going to give away some prizes. So, we have got 5 games to give away. I will announce each game. If you are interested, then I will say a word. You type it in on the spinny wheel of wonderfulness. And then we'll give it away. Now, we'll start with the 2 copies of, courtesy of our friends at the Behemoth. We have got 2 copies of a game that came out last year, but they were at the show. That is the Alien Hominid Invasion. If you saw my stream in December, the team actually came into the stream and gifted 5 subs, because I was covering not just this, but also their sequel. But this is for a copy of Alien Hominid Invasion HD. I know that Jesse and Paul also interviewed John from Behemoth. We've got 2 copies of this to give away. Here is the random wheel of justice. All I'm going to say is, I think you just type the word in Alien. I'm going to do 2 spins of this. Just type the word in Alien once in chat. I will add your name in, and you can potentially win the game. Please note, this is a PC version. So, Big Jesse, Paul Newton says, yes, he did. Dave Johnson. Let's have a look. Tunes. Danker. Paulie. iQuail. John Unicycle. There you go. I'm going to give you a minute, folks. If you want to enter, we're going to do 2 spins of the wheel. 2 people are going to win copies of Alien Hominid HD, courtesy of the Behemoth. How about Wibble? Is that one? Weeble. Just type the word in Alien. Love that you typed Paulie. Yes, I did. We've got Big Jesse, Dave J, Tunes, Danker, Paulie, iQuail, and Drawn Unicycle. Anybody else want to win a copy of this game? Let me know. You have got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds. We have also got 3 other games that we're giving away. 2 others are PC. Oh, not now. My internet is making the Steam going robotic. Don't worry, Danker. If you win, we'll make sure you get it. Don't worry. 20 seconds, folks. 20 seconds. If you want to win a game, type Alien in chat. 10 seconds. Cheers, Tuesday. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. There's going to be 2 spins for this. And the first winner is... it's Tunes. Well done, Tunesy. I'm going to make a note of this. So, Tunes, you've won the first copy. We're going to spin again. I mean, wait, what? There you go. It's not a fix. So we'll remove you from the wheel. So that leaves iQuail, Paulie, Danker, Dave Johnson, Big Jesse, and Drawn Unicycle. Well done. I will send you the game key tomorrow. I've got it here ready to go. But here we go with another spin in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Oh! iQuail. That was so close. iQuail, congratulations. You have won a copy of Alien Hominid HD, which came out last year, courtesy of the Behemoth. So there you go. We are going to go back that. We are going to clear the wheel. And our next game, it was so close. Our next game that we are giving away, courtesy, I'm going to make sure I've got this right. This is from 505 Games, who were at the show, but they weren't promoting this game because it had already come out. But this game we talked about on Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, literally on last week's show. And this got an 8 out of 10. It's also on Game Pass, but this is the PC version. This is Iundan Chronicle 100 Heroes. Got an 8 out of 10 on our show. So, who wants a copy of Iundan Chronicles 100 Heroes? Type 100, the number 100, in the chat. And I will enter you into the competition. You've got 90 seconds. Type 100. Dave Johnson. If you've already won a game, you can partake again. Paulie. Danker. I know Danker was excited for this. But yeah, if you've already taken part, you can take part again. This is for Ironton Chronicle 100 Heroes, which got an 8 out of 10 on our show last week. Blakey, are all these PC games? Yes, they are, Blakey. That was what I was given because most of the games at WASD were PC games. Tunes. But if you can't, iQuail, you can get Iundan Chronicles on Game Pass for free on Xbox. I had a chance to get the free copy, but because I didn't go to WSD, I felt like a twat. No, that's fine, mate. Well, if you win it tonight, that's absolutely fine by me. Anybody else, folks? You've got 30 seconds. Type 100. We've got 2 more games to give away after this. So far, I've got Dave Johnson, Paulie, Danker, Tunes, and iQuail. If I've missed anyone, let me know. But you can get this game on Game Pass. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. If there's no more takers, it's going to be an easy spin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Oh! Paulie, well done. That was close. Dave Johnson nearly won that. Mr. Paul Newton, well done. I have got the code for that all ready to go. So I will send that to you tomorrow. Our next one. This we talked about on our talk show last night. And this got a 8 out of 10. This is... Game Pass it is then, Danker. This is the DLC for Remnant 2, which is called The Forgotten Kingdom. Now, if you don't have Remnant 2 on PC, you will also get a copy of the original game. So this is for a copy of Remnant 2 and the DLC. Now, if it turns out you've already got it and you won the DLC, I'll do the giveaway separate. I have not been sent the codes for this as yet, but I've been told I should get them in the next week or 2. Courtesy of WASD. So, who is interested in this? I think the word should be forgotten, because the DLC is called The Forgotten Kingdom. You have 90 seconds. Type the word forgotten in the chat. And if you win and you've already got the main game, then you can take the DLC and I'll do another spin. So, Big Jesse. Kylie. Danker. Paulie. Drawn Unicycle. iQuail. Tunesy. Anybody else? Not sure what type. It's a shooter, mate. It's a shooter. It's a shooter game. It's very good. The main game got rave reviews when it came out last August. And then we did the DLC last night on the talk show and it got 8 out of 10. It is also on Game Pass if you've never played it at the moment. 30 seconds, folks. 30 seconds. If you want to have a crack, Dave, let me know. If not, that's fine. 15 seconds. As I said, if I spin it and you've already got the main game, you can win the DLC. If you haven't got either, you will get both. 10 seconds. I'll let other people. Okay. And after this, we have one more game. One more game. And we are spinning in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Kylie! Well done. Now, Kylie, do you already have Remnant 2? Let me know. If you do, you get the DLC. If you don't, you're going to get both. Well done, Kylie. Let me know. And no, I don't. Right, so you haven't got the DLC and you haven't got the main game. So in which case, you get both. I should get that code in the next 2 weeks, I've been promised. So you have won both the game and the DLC. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much. Do you get the 2? And finally, we'll wipe the board. This is courtesy of our friends at Rebellion. This game is not out yet, but I've been guaranteed a copy from my wonderful contact at Rebellion when it does come out. Please note that you need to have a PC VR setup to play this game. This is a game that I love, Zombie Army 4, but Zombie Army is now coming to VR. I'm going to snooze the ads because I don't want anyone to miss out. So this is Zombie Army VR, which comes out later this year. You will get the game at some point this year. It's guaranteed. So, who wants Zombie Army VR? Get your names in chat. Type zombie in chat. You've got 90 seconds. And we will be giving away a copy in VR for PC. You watch, this is where no one's got a VR headset. Hey, Dankaz, thank God. Right, Danka. Drawn. Here we go. Sadly, I don't have VR. Well, neither do I. Neither do I. Paulie. Paulie has VR. I didn't know Paulie had VR. Don't have VR. Tuesday hasn't got it. That's 3 of you. 60 seconds, folks. Jesse. Jesse's in there. My brother has one, so I'll be stealing him. Ha ha! Nice. That's the way to do it if you know someone's got a PC VR. As I say, I can't confirm when I would be able to give you this game, but it's definitely coming out this year. And Rebellion will give me a copy as soon as it comes out. I've typed zombie in. Sorry, I meant to put Dave Johnson. What the hell? Whoops. There we go. Any more takers, folks? 30 seconds on this now. Don't have one, but have access to one. Perfect. As on the Cranberry song. Zombie, zombie, hey, hey, hey. 15 seconds, folks. If you want to win a copy of Zombie Army VR, which isn't even out yet, but our friends of Rebellion have donated a copy for this WASD stream. Ah, yeah, right. He's on Oculus. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. The final draw of the night. Hey, it's Danka. Well done, Danka. Well done. You get the copy of Zombie Army VR when it comes out. I'll speak to Molly at Rebellion and try and get a rough release window for you. And then once we get close to that, get you an actual release date so you know when you're going to get the game, okay? But they have said it will be sometime this year. Congratulations to Tunesy, who wins a copy of Alien Hominiid. Congratulations to iQuail, who wins a copy of Alien Hominiid as well. To Paulie, who wins Iundon Chronicle 100 Heroes. Kylie, that wins Remnant 2 and the DLC, The Forgotten Kingdom. And to Danka, we're winning Zombie Army VR. We will have some more giveaways coming soon in a very special stream from Rebellion celebrating 2 years of Sniper Elite 5, which will be in 2 Fridays' time. I'm doing a special Friday stream for him because it is 2 days before the birthday. And we will be giving away copies, the complete edition of Sniper Elite 5, which includes all the season passes, all the DLC on Xbox. So we'll be giving that away in 2 Fridays' time. So tune in for a very special Sniper Elite 5 birthday stream. We will have 2 copies on Xbox to give away. We might even get a copy on PS5. I don't know. I'm just waiting to hear. But either way, we will have 2 copies of the complete edition of Sniper Elite 5 to give away. So that is going to be the next big giveaway as far as my producer and I are aware. So there you go. So that is the end of the stream. Thank you so much. This has been my review of WASD, of all the games we played. It was a great event. I can't wait to get out to more events. It's been superb. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you again to the team at WASD for inviting me there for the 3 days. It was an absolute blast. Thank you to everyone that I met at the event and the show, and all the devs that I've worked with and played. Again, thank you to Rebellion and all the people that have contributed games like the Behemoth, etc., and 505 Games. And a big thank you to Ubisoft for sending me the footage of the Rogue Prince of Persia, which has been a special first for this channel. We are going to raid out, folks. I know we run a little bit later than normal, but we are going to raid out. And I am back tomorrow with a PS5 exclusive, which is Stellar Blade, which got a 7.5 out of 10 on the show. Will it get more than that, or will it get worse than that? We will see. I'll give my opinion tomorrow night for Stellar Blade. Let's see who is on and who we can raid. Let's see all our wonderful people. Ooh. Let's have a look. We can raid. I want to raid someone. Steph Loves Cake. We've not raided her in ages. What is she playing? Oh, she's doing a cooking stream. She's making creamy Cajun chicken and rice. I've never seen Steph do a cooking stream, so this is freaking awesome. So let's go raid her. This is going to be awesome. Boss stream, WC looks amazing. Thanks for the game. You're welcome. Night, everyone. Let's go raid Steph Loves Cake for a bit of a relaxed cooking stream. Go say hello to her. This is really cool. I've not raided a cooking stream in ages. And all that leaves for me to say, folks, is wherever you are in the world, have a great day, or a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. And I shall see you back tomorrow at 9 PM for our last stream of the week, which will be Stellar Blade. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one. Have a great Thursday. Good night.